So Parkfield was developed in-house by an in-house design team, of course, but really in close collaboration with our team in America to really understand and ascertain the aesthetic preferences of that particular market and to make sure that what we were creating was really relevant. We didn't want to necessarily follow the trends that were happening in that market, let's say, per se, but we wanted to understand at least the aesthetic preferences of the people. But what we wanted to do here is to create a really fresh aesthetic, something that's quite unique in the market. Not a polarizing concept, but something that really entices interaction and that really creates a new statement for the GROHE brand in America. So the product itself has several elements which have been, let's say, fused into the concept of the product. If you look at the levers and parts of the product, they almost kind of, I would say, organically grow in the center. They look like vases holding water. And we wanted to try and communicate with the aesthetic that there's water traveling through the product. And that gives it a very nice organic tactile feel. And the whole point of this tactile organic feel was really to invite interaction, was to encourage people to interface with the product. You see underneath the lever, it's very, very soft. It guides your hand into the correct ergonomic position. And it feels really nice to hold. This is really inspired by a blade of grass. And when a piece of water kind of holds underneath the blade of grass before it drops off, it creates this really beautiful, natural, let's say, flowing form. And that's what we wanted to capture underneath the lever. We also have created, like you can see, a very sculpted form. And these concentric circles, even the levers move to 7 degrees, and they're signature elements of GROHE. So you can see that 7-degree subtle incline in the lever, the concentric forms that you find across all draw-off points. They bond let's say, the collection together, but at the same time they allow consumers to identify it's a GROHE product from a distance. So here we have on the table, I have a 4-inch center set, but we also have an 8-inch wide set. And for this particular collection, it's quite unique, but we've also introduced, to give the consumers more choice, to afford consumers more choice in the market, we've also introduced a one-hand mixer. One-hand mixers are very important, very interesting, although it's quite a progressive concept. One-hand mixers can often save water and energy because, of course, just with one hand you're getting to the temperature as opposed to mixing. So we really wanted to introduce all 3 typologies to have, let's say, maximum impact on the market. Still, of course, in the US, the 4-inch and the 8-inch are very, very popular. But we see with a move towards ecology, the one-hand mixer is gaining popularity in that market. And that's why with this collection, we've really tried to offer all of those draw-off points. For the Parkfield collection, we've also introduced a range of coordinated accessories. And that's becoming more and more important. Consumers are aware within the bathroom space, they want consistency. And at all price levels, consumers are really, let's say, focusing on this continuity. And that's why with the Parkfield, we've introduced, for the first time at this level, let's say at this price segment, some really interesting coordinated accessories that will afford consumers that freedom to create that coordinated space.